Thanks, Kristen. Good evening, everyone again, and welcome, council, staff, and residents to the regular council meeting for Tuesday, June the 2nd, 2026. And we are being live streamed. And I'll call the agenda of the council meeting to order with the land acknowledgement. We are meeting today on the traditional territory of many nations, including the Huron-Wendat, Anishinaabe, and the Haudenosaunee people. We acknowledge our shared obligation to respect, honor, and sustain these lands and the natural resources contained within. We honor their cultures and celebrate their commitment to this land. We would also like to acknowledge the Mohawk and Algonquin nations whose traditional and unceded territory we are gathered upon today. Hastings County is situated on treaty land that is steeped in rich Indigenous history and home to many First Nations, Métis, and Inuit people. Thank you. Next is approval of the agenda, and the recommendation is that the agenda for the regular meeting of the Council of the Municipality of Marmon Lake for Tuesday, June 2nd, 2026 be approved as presented. Can I have a mover and a seconder? Eric, second. Ron, any comments or questions on the agenda? Being none, all in favor? That's carried. Is there any declaration of pecuniary interest? Being none, next is the mayor's report. May 19th, I attended Hastings County Committee meetings, planning and development, and finance, property, and personnel. May 22nd, I was invited and attended the mayoral breakfast sponsored by COPE in Madoc. This is such an important service to our communities. That is Center Hastings, Madoc Township, Tweed, Marmor, and Lake. They provide a social and engaging lifestyle for those that otherwise would not enjoy such a lifestyle. In addition to their daily activities at the center where they learn lifestyle skills and receive support, they attend sports events and tour various tourist locations. Staff also support people in their homes, such as assisting with money management, providing advice, assisting with applications for schools, etc. And I want to just say on behalf of council, thank you to them for their contribution and for their service to our communities. May 23rd, I attended the celebration of life for Pat Therrien, mother of Greg Therrien. I also attended the 90th birthday celebration for Beverly Maloney and presented her with a certificate on behalf of Marmon Lake Council. Bev and her late husband, Joe, have been dedicated community supporters. May 25th, I attended a strategic planning and team building event for the Southeast Board of Health in Kingston. The three merged boards are developing a strategic plan for the next phase of the new board. One objective is to recognize the merged boards as one entity and move from references and objectives as legacy agencies. The merger funding is concluded at the end of 2026. Provincial funding and municipal funding will be the funding source going forward. May 27th, I participated virtually in the regular meeting of the Southeast Health Unit. May 28th, I attended the regular meeting of Hastings County Council. May 29th, I met with CAO Conley to discuss tonight's agenda. And today is our regular council meeting for June the 2nd. Thank you. There are no public meetings and we have no registered delegations. Public input is next on the agenda. Public input is time set aside on each agenda of each regular meeting to permit anyone in attendance to speak on any issue in this agenda. Public input will be received by council only. Comments or clarification by the public or councillors are permitted. Speakers may not speak disrespectfully of any council member, staff member, or any other person and must not use offensive words or gestures. Is there anyone wishing to speak under public input? This is for the public, I believe, right, Kristen? This isn't for council. We can respond, sorry? Yes. Okay, and is anyone wishing to speak under public input? Okay, thank you, being none. Next is minutes of the regular meeting of the Council of the Municipality of Marmon Lake held Tuesday, May 19th, 2026. And the recommendation is that the foregoing minutes of the regular meeting of the council of the municipality of Marmor Lake held Tuesday, May 19th, 2026 be approved as presented. Can I have a mover and a seconder, please? Eric, second, Mike. Any discussion on those minutes of the regular meeting? Go ahead, Jane.
Question for the clerk. May I comment on an item on the minutes?
Through the chair to Councillor Lakatos. That is certainly something that we have done here previously. I think traditionally in other settings, the only kind of comment would be to note an error or an omission in the minutes. But there is certainly precedent for making comments on something in the minutes. So that
Okay, thank you.
I believe would be up to the chair to determine.
I concur that really this is an opportunity if there's an error in the minutes to present a correction. So if you have a correction to the minutes, please go ahead.
I do not have a correction. However, as our clerk has just stated in the past, we have allowed it. And the president has been set, and I wish to make some comment on an item on the agenda.
Go ahead, Jane.
That this concerns my departure at 7:11 p.m. I believe it's between items. Well, anyways, it's my departure at 7:11 p.m. And I would like it entered into the minutes, and for the clerk, I have an original copy for you. To my fellow residents of the municipality of Marmor and Lake, it is with mixed emotions, sadness, but also clarity that I am submitting my resignation from municipal council effective June 2nd, 2026. Recently, a councillor from a neighboring municipality resigned, citing their commitment to transparency, accountability, and the consistent application of democratic principles. Their words struck me deeply, not because our councillors share identical challenges, but because the principles they defend are universal. Good governance either exists or it doesn't. The rules either mean something or they don't. I watch the rules mean nothing here. The right of a councillor to debate, a fundamental protection under this municipality's procedural bylaws was denied. 3 separate occasions arose to right that wrong. Each time, council did not. When a councillor from another community is willing to resign rather than compromise their principles, and those principles are being set aside here, I cannot stay silent. I am unable in good conscience to continue in a role where I have witnessed due process set aside, undermining the integrity of local government. This is not about any single vote or motion. Good governance is about an unwavering commitment to doing things the right way every time for everyone. Serving alongside so many dedicated residents and staff. Particularly, I'm honored to have served under Clerk McConnell, Kristen, and staff has been a great privilege. I treasure the connections I have built, the conversations I've enjoyed, and the work we have accomplished together. I remain committed to this community. This community is my home. With an election approaching, I encourage every resident to ask candidates one honest question. Will you uphold the rules, even when it is difficult? That answer matters more than any campaign promise. Your voice, your residents, your voice, your vote are the most powerful tools you have. Thank you sincerely for the honor of serving you. It has meant more than I can say. With gratitude, Jane Lakatos. Timestamp 5:46. Thank you.
There's no requirement for you to leave, Jane, and I regret that this has come to this, and I thank you for your service. Well, can we take a 5-minute break, Kristen? Can I get a seconder to Ron?